Here's my problem with Culver's. I think it's a burger place, but it feels like a chicken place.
I don't know.
I think that's true.
It's chicken.
No.
Culver's chicken, right?
I don't know. Help us in the comments.
Hi everybody, it's Amy and Eric.
Hi.
We are doing our Sunday drive today. Today we're going to go from shopping to the movies. So where we're going today, we're actually leaving Winter Garden Village, which was our final destination in our last video. So we thought today we would actually start at Winter Garden Village and we would travel down Stony Brook West Parkway to Marsh Road to show you some of the communities that are there on the right and the left, and ultimately end up in Clermont to go to the movies.
And can I talk about my new toys?
Talk about your new toys.
So you'll notice today that so everyone likes the Sunday drive. All of a sudden we were like, hey, let's go for a drive, and then everyone liked it. So now we have 4 cameras.
So thanks
on our
for that,
drive.
everybody.
Thanks. So I have my little camera here. Obviously you're seeing us on the cabin camera from our Vantrue N4 whatever Uber camera, and then we have a view out the front, and then we have a view out the side. So we want to be able to show you everything. So that's what we're doing. And we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see
how it goes.
So we're going down Stony Brook West Parkway. Again, Winter Garden Village was back behind us, also known as the Grove or Fowler's Grove, just depending on who you are and how long you've lived here to see that that change take place for the shopping area. But we're going to be traveling. We're in Winter Garden, by the way, so Winter Garden, Florida, and we're going to be traveling down right now Stony Brook West Parkway. So if any of you are watching this and we have met in person, chances are I have had you meet me at the Walgreens, which we're going to come up to. So this is going to be kind of the main run that I take all the time with my clients. So, we'll be pointing out some things here and there to the right and to the left, just to give you, again, kind of an idea of where things are.
And let's talk real quick, Stony Brook West.
Yes.
So we're on Stony Brook West Parkway. The community that you see there that we're passing is the community of Stony Brook West. A great resale community. It's been closed out for, forever.
Years, yeah.
Years. So maybe, built in the early 2000s, maybe.
Yeah.
And so there's a golf course in the middle. We have news. Breaking news is that the golf course has been through some things, as golf courses do. The Homeowners Association of Stony Brook West is now taking over the golf course. Did you know that?
I did not. Was that the final verdict?
I think that's what they just figured out.
They've been trying for a while, so that's good news.
Yeah. So if that enhances the value of those homes now in Stony Brook West, because now there will be a golf course operating in there again, and everyone that paid for a golf course lot now has a golf course lot again. It's a very nice golf course.
Sure. And my favorite thing about the community is that it actually has 2 entrances, and both of them are guard gated. So there's a difference between gated and guard gated. So gated is just you have your little clicker or your little sensor, your little button. You can push it as a homeowner. It will open up for you. But both of the entrances into this community are actually guard gated with a security guard. And one of them is over to our right, but to the left is Whispering Oak Elementary. Are they able to see that, Eric?
Yes, they can see that.
Okay,
cool. On the side camera. How about that?
On the side camera, sweetness. Okay, so over to the left is Whispering Oak Elementary, National Blue Ribbon Award-winning elementary school. You might have seen the student crossing lights blinking, but this is actually spring break for us, so nothing's blinking at the moment.
So one thing to share with you about, we've talked about Florida, no state tax, and some of the things that we have and don't have because of that. This road that we're on right now from the other direction backs up every day at 3 o'clock?
Crazy. No, it backs up at 2 o'clock for school that ends at 3.
Right. So when we moved here, we actually live fairly close to here, but when we moved here, we said, so when does the school bus get here? And everyone laughed. And we said, why are you laughing? And we live like a mile away from the school. And they said, well, there's no school bus if you live within 2 miles.
As the crow flies.
As the crow flies.
Hey, can I point this out real quick?
Yes, please.
Yes, because we're at the intersection now of Avalon and Stony Brook. So there's the Walgreens where I meet the majority of my clients. It's a nice open place, big parking lot. It's got a potty in there if you need to go to the bathroom, get some water. But what else I like about this, if we kind of look around a little bit, we just passed a Publix. Over to our left, this is why I like this little nugget right here. You have like a teenage boy's dream. You have Domino's Pizza, you have Pizza Hut Pizza, and NYPD Pizza. You've also got a Subway, so that's a great spot. There's also a Mexican restaurant, an Irish pub, and a Cajun restaurant. And there's also a little place called Avalon Diner that we love.
Oh, it's the best.
Back pre-pandemic, we would meet our best friends.
We'll show them on the screen. They're fantastic.
Daryl and Jen, we used to meet there for breakfast. We try to do it like once a month. Well,
we'll show Daryl and Jen on the screen too. I meant we'd show Avalon Diner, but we'll show Daryl and Jen too.
What?
I said we'll show them on the screen, right as you said Daryl and Jen. So we'll show Daryl and Jen. Hi, Daryl and Jen.
Yeah.
And then we'll also show you the Avalon Diner.
Yes, excellent. But so again, while we're at the stoplight, out to the right is actually Avalon Road continues. That kind of will take us eventually to historic downtown Winter Garden. But if we went to the left, that would actually continue to travel us down to the Horizon West area in Winter Garden. So this is a kind of a good neutral point, keeping in mind Winter Garden Village was just back behind us like a couple minutes.
Special Florida moment. We got the truck up there with the big palm tree that they're going to go plant somewhere. So you see that all the time. I always think it's amazing that the big palm trees, they kind of carry them around and plant them. Let me just finish my one thought about Whispering Oak Elementary.
Yes.
So because we have no state tax, we also, the schools fund themselves differently. Wednesdays are shorter days than normal, so teachers can have a work day. But also, because there's no school buses, we spend a lot of time here, many of us, picking up our kids from school and dropping them off at school. So that's just something to consider. When you're moving here, think about where's the school bus coming, or is there a school bus? Because you can walk very often, but that's a challenge.
And Wednesdays, you get out an hour earlier.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, over to the right is a community called Hickory Hammock. One of the few gated communities in Winter Garden, and it is completely sold out. That is a relatively new-ish community. It's just sold like wildfire, so it's closed out. But it is a gorgeous community with wonderful amenities. This next little roundabout is Twin Waters. We've talked about that. Lots of videos in those communities. It was a Meritage community. On the right side and on the left side is both Twin Waters. Both sides are sold out now, but if a resale opportunity pops up in there, it's usually gone pretty quickly.
Amy had one that went under contract in a day.
It was hours. It was crazy.
It was hours, yeah. But put the sign in the yard, and then the phone was ringing. So
it was insanity. So yeah, lots of nice communities around here, and a lot of them. It's nice to be able to show you in a driving situation a little bit about where they are in proximity. For instance, we just passed Twin Waters. But now to the left is Sanctuary at Twin Waters, which is MI Homes. They are the ones that had that gorgeous Serenity model home tour. I'm sure we'll try to find a way to link to that, or if not, go watch it. But that's what's on our left. That is Sanctuary at Twin Waters. And then as we get up to the roundabout, that's actually where the entrance is. Sanctuary at Twin Waters.
And just to give you an idea of how beautiful Sanctuary at Twin Waters is, our daughter got married there.
Yeah, beautiful.
At the model home. It's on Lake Avalon. Yeah. Gorgeous. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
People, oh my goodness.
It's
First
a roundabout.
Of all, water side is on the right.
Yes.
This is a roundabout, not a head-on about. It's okay. So we're just starting to introduce these things, which they have in England and Ireland and Wales.
All over the place.
We went there and we're like, look, everything is a roundabout. And sure enough, we come back to the U.S. and the new construction areas are starting to incorporate them into the traffic design. Theoretically, it's supposed to be more efficient, but my fellow drivers, not if you drive head on into it. Okay, so slow your roll.
Yep.
Pump the brake a bit.
Literally,
okay.
pump the brake.
Pump it. All right.
Yeah, but that's maybe about the third time that someone's crashed into that roundabout.
You know what? So speaking of this road, so this road, they've just put a ban on the big trucks now. This road, by the way, we're going straight from Orange County, Winter Garden. We're just going to just continue driving on this road, and then all of a sudden you go into Lake County and Clermont. And you can see this is a little bit hilly, which it kind of starts immediately. We always talk about Clermont with my clients, that feels like it's a bit more country, little highs and lows. It's the highest elevation in Central Florida. So
we call it sometimes the Florida Alps.
Yes, because it is just such steep hills.
Look at this, but this is a big hill.
Look at this big hill.
Hands up.
Oh,
hands up. Okay.
Roller coaster.
No. And people that live anywhere with hills always go, really? But it's so flat here that otherwise, by the way, horses and cows to the left and right. We're getting to Lake County, so we're into more of a suburban / not only rural but agricultural area. So some of the land is for sale, some of the land, there's horse farms here. There's all kinds of, it's beautiful out here. It really is just stunningly beautiful.
Right.
everything that's around here. So we just now entered Lake County. There was the sign.
Yeah.
You just saw it.
So we are actually one of the communities that we've talked a lot about lately that's got a lot of interest is a community called Lakeview Preserve. So that is a gated community with wonderful amenities, and it has both Pulte homes as well as Taylor Morrison in there. Now, my saddest part of my conversations with my clients is when they call me with interest in a community that is now closed out or has a waiting list a mile long for the last 2 lots. And that's kind of where we are. But it is still important to note because Pulte, insider scoop, they've got another section of lots that will be coming available eventually. Probably after Taylor Morrison has left because they're still all finishing up those, and that should be coming up on your right.
Why don't you just swing in and just like pull into the parking lot of the amenity center and then pull right back out?
Okay,
yeah, just
sure.
to say, because first of all, one of the things, because we've crossed into Lake County, you will notice that this is a gated community. Amy can explain to you that about gates in Horizon West and Winter Garden, but that's a gate. There it is.
There it is. Now, here's the weird thing. So this community, when I've done their model homes, I actually even mentioned it in those model home tours. So this is a bit of an odd duck, not in a bad sense, but so technically, this has a Winter Garden address and a Winter Garden zip code. However, it is serviced by Lake County schools and taxes. So ultimately, it's the United States Postal Service is, I guess, servicing the postal route, but it is Lake County school and taxes. So that can be a little bit confusing for people who are looking for Winter Garden specifically for schools, that they don't get the Orange County schools. Did I show you enough of that, by the way?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
And I'll show flyovers and things like that while we talk. I wanted people to get a sense of what it is because it's Pulte and Taylor Morrison. It's also it's not real. We're not really in Clermont. We're not really in Winter Garden. We're kind of straddling that, and it's fantastic because you kind of get the best of both. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, Pulte does have a new section that will be coming soon-ish. But at the moment, we are in a bit of a crazy state here in Florida. Crazy state. It is a crazy state. It can be.
It sure can be. But mostly because our inventory is so low. And I know you did you got some figures on that, Eric?
Well, just so it's year to year, inventory is down something like 40%. So in other words, there are almost half as few houses for sale. If there was 100 houses for sale this time last year, there's only 60 for sale this year. And we are at what's called 1 month of inventory, meaning there are enough buyers in the market every month to buy every single home that's for sale. That is, it's a little bit scary because, it just means that it's very competitive to find houses now. So it's competitive for pricing. It's also competitive for just finding the home, and it's competitive. I would submit you should call my wife, Amy, who's a great buyer agent who kind of knows the inside scoop, who can kind of get a grip for you on what's available, because it really is. We're in the starting blocks trying to really. Find those homes. Just real quick, we passed Heritage Hills. Tell me what's Heritage Hills.
So Heritage Hills is a 55 plus community. It also has 2 entrances. Only one is guard gated, but it is quite lovely, as are most of the 55 plus communities around here. Lennar built in there. I've sold some homes in there. It really is. It's a lovely community. Every time you go into a 55 plus, it kind of makes you feel like you want to be there too, so you can relax. But as long as I'm doing real estate, I don't think relax is in my vocabulary. Hey, real quick, when you were talking about the crazy market,
yes,
I want to give you a little bit of again, just something you may not know exists, something that you would want to make sure that your buyer agent does know exists. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Now, this would be something that would pertain to a resale home, and it's something called an escalatory clause.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what, and not just me, but many realtors who know what they're doing are doing. And it's a way that we can help our clients put their best foot forward, even in a multiple offer situation. So ultimately, an escalatory clause is going to say that we're submitting an offer of X amount, and in a multiple offer situation, we will beat the highest bid by whatever that number is. We usually say $1,000, by $1,000 up to the maximum purchase price of X amount. So if you're offering $580 but your max is $600, then you can offer $580 with an escalatory clause, beating any other offer by $1,000 up to that maximum point.
Or you could be slick like my wife and go 601, so that when the other agent did 600, your escalatory clause went to 601, and you got the house, and then it appraised higher than that. Come on.
Boom.
We're feeling good about that. We won't get into it, but we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations.
So tell me where we are.
Okay, so we are still on Marsh Road, which again, Stony Brook West Parkway runs directly into Marsh Road. So those two roads are essentially the same one, but we're now on the Clermont, obviously Lake County side. I'm not sure if we passed Linwood or not.
We didn't, son. Right
here.
On the
Okay,
left.
good. There it is. So Linwood is that was a D.R. Horton community. It's obviously closed out. It's been years ago, but it's one of my favorites. It's just a small little community, but it's kind of tight knit and it is gated. So where we're going, oh my goodness.
Shout out to Dave and Tracy real quick.
Dave and Tracy,
up in Wisconsin. They came here, they lived in Linwood, then they moved.
Yeah.
Helped them buy the house, helped them sell the house, and now they're up in Wisconsin. They have a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And so shout out to them. Lovely people. Go get some coffee in Wisconsin.
Yes,
we'll put
absolutely.
the thing on the screen.
Yes, we will. Okay. So where we are now, so we are coming up on one of the crossroads called Hancock Road. So this road up here, once we pass the school, if we were to take a right, we could take Hancock Road, we would cross over to Route 50. If we continue down that road, we would cross Route 50, and then we could go toward a couple of the other communities that we've talked about, like Canyons at Highland Ranch and Esplanade, which we'll do in another video. But this I want to point out right now before we go anywhere else. So over to our left is what I am so excited about. So we know I love DreamFinders. Over here on my left is the prep the prep for the new community by DreamFinders called Hartwood Landing. They are already selling, guys. I already have people here completely interested in making contracts, or writing contracts rather, for to-be-built homes here in this community. There is nothing there to see but dirt being moved around. Are you seeing that?
And stuff being burned, apparently. They're getting it cleared out. Yep.
Yep, but there's nothing there to see. There's not a model home there yet. There's nothing more than the knowledge of what is coming, and it is still selling like crazy. So again, an example of how this market is. Now, the reason I want to point that out too, though, is that's what it looks like when the community starts out. They're just moving, burning, shoveling dirt, getting the infrastructure set up.
All those poles you see coming out there, those are sewer. That's where it connects to the sewer, right? It is.
Sure.
I'm sure I'm
okay.
right.
So as we're getting closer and closer to our stop, I wanted to mention, so we're going to go to a place called Epic Theaters.
Yep.
And this is where, back, again, pre-pandemic, when we ever had time. Also, did I ever have time for the movies? No, I didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Every once in a while. But we would go to the movies, and we always go to the Epic Movie Theater here in Clermont. So that should show you Winter Garden. Remember, Winter Garden Village wasn't too far away, just straight down this road. And now we're at the corner of Route 27, which is a main road here in Clermont, and Marsh Road, which is what we're on. Now we're going to take a right, but on another video one day, we're going to show you what's down to the left, which is an area called Serenoa and a new community called Ridgeview. So a lot of fun stuff happening over there. But we are going to go to the movie theater. We're not really watching a movie today, though, are we, honey?
No.
No.
Heck no.
Wow.
While we've been taping
You said that so fast.
Well, things are busy these days. So, by the way, you can call or text Amy. Please text first. It just makes it easier, because right now, like literally, we've been driving and she's gotten 3 different texts from 3 different people. We went out and shot a home tour video, and so 3 new people that are interested in help, which is fantastic. We love that. But you want to mention Legends?
I do. I just want to mention it while we pass it. So that's Legends. It's another golf course community here in Clermont, and it's really beautiful too. Just the entrance is just stunning.
And if you play golf, that is a fantastic place to play with hills. You would think in Florida, you think it's more golf courses that are just flat kind of tracks. There's a lot of elevation change.
Right.
So you really can get that here. You've got to come a little far over into Lake County, as opposed to some of the other courses around Disney and some flatter areas.
Right. That was Kings Ridge, by the way, another 55 plus community that we passed.
Yep.
So this is also really important to point out that if you are looking for a is it BJ's? BJ's Wholesale Club?
Yep.
So BJ's Wholesale Club is over here. So if you need one of those big box stores, there's one of those over here.
You can see Walmart in the distance.
Yeah, Walmart's in the distance.
There's a library up the hill that we just passed, and something that just popped into my head. I'm like, so this is, it's sort of wonderful and sort of weird and maybe a little bit strange, but Tony Danza recently performed at the library, and every time I see that, all I think is Tony Danza. By the way, new Dunkin' Donuts Good for us.
Nice.
But Tony Danza could have gotten Dunkin' Donuts there. It just makes me laugh that they had some Irish step dancers there and Tony Danza. So
but
it's
Tony
big
Danza
time.
can tap dance.
Oh my God, he's fantastic.
He's fantastic.
No, this is not a bust on Tony Danza.
He's a showman.
This is not
Showman,
a bust on
showman.
This is not
Showman.
a bust on Tony Danza.
Showman?
Shaman.
No.
Showman. No. Okay, but Chick-fil-A over to the left, Action Gator Tire, Walmart's up on the hill. So we're getting to a more of a shopping area here.
Yes, and Kohl's. Kohl's is going to be up on our left.
Yep.
So if you like to shop at Kohl's, get your Kohl's cash.
Yep.
By the way, I'm just going to say they do it right. Like every other retail store,
Yes.
if they give you any kind of a coupon-y dollar discount-y thing, it's always this if you spend that. They just flat out give you Kohl's cash.
I'm doing such a bad job with these videos because we should be getting corporate sponsorship and we're just not.
We should.
Kirkland's last week, Kohl's this week. Mainly it's the
Epic
Amy
movie
enjoys
theater.
shopping.
Yep.
Mr. Car Wash up here.
No.
Well, no, I'm not saying you like going to Mr. Car Wash. It's a lovely place. I'm just pointing out that there is a Mr. Car Wash there in case people want to move here. This is what we're doing. There's Kohl's. There it is on the horizon.
But guys, can you see how like hilly it is? It's so hilly.
And again, those of you in Montana are going, what?
I know. Hey, what is the name of that that trampoline place that we don't let for
Sky Zone.
Sky Zone.
Sky Zone. Yeah. So Sky Zone. And it's also a lovely place.
Oh
It's
no, it
because
is just
Amy
because of the
worries about
pandemic.
people, the pandemic and people breaking bones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the indoor trampoline places. Sky Zone right here nearby. You got a Bob Evans. You've got a Culver's, which is the fast food restaurant that we always say we should go to, and for some reason never do. Nothing against Culver's, we just never go there. I don't know why.
Go there.
We'll go there another time.
Has anyone watching this ever been to
Coke.
Culver's? What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts on Culver's? Should we make a video out of us going to Culver's?
Here's my problem with Culver's. I think it's a burger place, but it feels like a chicken place.
I don't know.
I think that's true.
It's chicken.
No.
Culver's chicken, right?
I don't know.
Wow.
Help us in the comments.
Okay. All right.
We're
So
getting close. There's Walmart.
we are super close. I just wanted to say that we are getting ready to turn in. So I'm going to show you where the Epic Movie Theater is. It is a great movie theater, by the way. It is one of those massive ones where it's got multiple actual theaters. And it now has self-serve concessions, which is kind of cool. Why not pay 5 times the amount and now still have to do all the work? But whatever. It's the way it goes.
We got a Panda Express. We've got an IHOP. We've got a Firestone Tire Center.
Yeah.
We have an Aldi. So Aldi is another.
There's the BJ's.
And I'm not sure what the Aldi equivalent is, like how far they stretch around the country. But Aldi is I've never heard. I haven't heard of them until we moved here. But people who love Aldi. I
don't know why I was going to BJ's Wholesale Club, but it's
I don't know.
Here.
Well, then, do you want us to go there and see if they have any movies? There's BJ's.
No, it's across the street. It's
just
right
turned
over here.
around. Okay, so there's BJ's Wholesale Club. Yeah. So there it is. And our engineer son, who works traffic engineering, tells us all the stuff that's coming. So a Sam's Club or a Costco coming soon.
Yes.
Somewhere around here.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure we'll feature that in another video soon.
Absolutely. So yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know. I'm here.
That's okay. So this is another road that sort of cuts back. If you take this road straight down, you'll end up back at Hancock Road, which we passed earlier. So.
Honey, guess what?
What?
There's the JCPenney's.
There it is.
So I need to go for my daughter.
Okay, our daughter's getting her
ring resized.
Promise ring resized.
Promise ring resized.
A lovely young man that she has a promise ring from, who's in the United States Army. Shout out to Steele.
It's Steele.
Private Steele. His name is Steele. Our son's first real boyfriend. So what's his name? I'm sorry, daughter's first real boyfriend.
By the way, like a freshman in high school too.
And so she comes home and I'm like, is his name Johnny, Tommy, Bobby? What's his name? Steele. That made me laugh.
He's a great guy. We love him very much, and we're very, very proud of him. So here we are. So another shopping area. We kind of came in a side entrance, but there is, all sorts of stuff. Bath and Body Works, Dress for Less. There's all sorts of retail shops over here. Dollar Tree. K Jewelers is to the right.
She says, hint, hint.
I say. And then over here is Epic Movie Theater, which is right in front
and
of
the World of Beer.
us.
Let's not forget, for our beer drinking fans, the World of Beer is over there.
Beer. Okay. And there's a place called Painting with a Twist. So.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
so
you
it's
come
a great
and paint.
date night, you know?
Yeah. Theoretically.
Theoretically.
If people do
we
that.
would know.
All right, so welcome to
here
Epic.
we are. Yeah, Epic Theaters. We're going to go check out a movie one of these days, but today would not be that day.
Right now, we're just going to say the catchphrase and say goodbye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy house hunting.